Has the hockey world gone absolutely mad? Are we truly witnessing the unthinkable? A Vezina Trophy finalist, a goaltender once hailed as the future of his franchise, being openly discussed as trade bait just 3 games into the season? Or perhaps, is this the exact moment of chaos and uncertainty that a savvy contender like the Edmonton Oilers has been waiting for, a chance to pounce on a distressed asset and finally complete their Stanley Cup puzzle? Welcome, puck fanatics, to a story that's got the entire NHL buzzing, a narrative steeped in desperation, opportunity, and the relentless pursuit of championship glory. The Edmonton Oilers, a team that has tasted the bitter sting of back-to-back Stanley Cup final defeats, knows the agonizing truth. Talent alone isn't enough. They possess 2 of the most electrifying offensive talents in NHL history in Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, players who consistently deliver historic postseason performances. Their supporting cast, including unsung heroes like Brett Kulak, often punches above its weight when the stakes are highest. Yet one glaring question mark continues to loom large over their championship aspirations. Can their goaltending tandem, Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard, truly seal the deal when it matters most? This isn't just about a few bad games. It's about the relentless pressure of the playoffs, the unforgiving spotlight of the Stanley Cup final, and the cold, hard reality that elite goaltending can be the difference between hoisting the cup and another agonizing summer of what-ifs. And that's precisely why a recent trade proposal from Heavy.com has sent shockwaves through the hockey community, suggesting a blockbuster move that could fundamentally alter the landscape of both the Edmonton Oilers and the New York Islanders. The proposal? A daring acquisition of Ilya Sorokin, the New York Islanders' embattled Vezina finalist goaltender, by the Edmonton Oilers. This isn't just a swap of players, it's a strategic gamble, a high-stakes poker game where both franchises are looking to address their most pressing needs. The Oilers, desperate for that final piece of the championship puzzle, would land an undisputed ace in net. The Islanders, facing a potential crisis of confidence around their star goalie, would acquire a package of essential pieces they could build around long-term. Let's dissect this monumental proposal and explore how a few early-season struggles could lead to one of the most impactful trades of the year. Ilya Sorokin, at 30 years old, is a name that commands respect in the hockey world. Drafted 78th overall by the Islanders in 2014, he quickly ascended to elite status, culminating in a Vezina Trophy finalist nomination. Last season, his numbers were solid. 30 wins, a 2.71 goals against average GAA, a .907 save percentage SV%, and 4 shutouts. These are the statistics of a reliable, starting netminder, a player capable of stealing games and carrying his team. However, the current season has started with a jarring, almost unbelievable stumble. Through 3 regular season games, Sorokin has an alarming 0-3-0 record, coupled with a 4.18 GAA and a dismal .854 SV%. These are not just bad numbers. These are numbers that have sent a tremor of panic through the Islanders fanbase, a fanbase known for its passionate and sometimes impatient devotion. The reaction from Isles Nation has been swift and brutal. Just 2 games into the season, before their last outing, the Isles Nation X account posted, "We are 2 games into the season, but I am fully aboard the trade Sorokin wagon. There's still a perception he's elite when he hasn't been much better than average for 2 seasons. One elite month of goaltending can ruin draft positioning. He's 30. We'll be mid-30s when we're ready." This isn't just casual fan chatter. It's a clear indication of a growing sentiment, a sense of frustration that has reached a boiling point. Even more pointedly, Islanders analyst David Tuchman didn't mince words during a game on October 13th, stating bluntly, "Sorokin is broken. He's just not a good NHL goalie at this point." These are harsh assessments for a player of Sorokin's pedigree, but they highlight the intense pressure and immediate expectations placed on star goaltenders, especially when a team struggles out of the gate. The question now becomes, is this a temporary blip, a star goalie finding his rhythm, or is it a deeper issue that the Islanders can no longer afford to ignore? Meanwhile, in Edmonton, the goaltending situation presents a different kind of dilemma. Stuart Skinner, Drafted 78th overall by the Oilers in 2017, has been a key part of their recent playoff runs. Last season, he recorded 26 wins, a 2.81 GAA, a .896 SV%, and 4 shutouts. While respectable, these numbers, particularly the save percentage, raise questions about his ability to consistently perform at an elite level under the immense pressure of the Stanley Cup final. He's played 50 playoff games, recording 26 wins, a 2.88 GAA, and a .893 SV% with 4 shutouts. These are decent numbers, but they're not the world-beating performances often required to win a championship. Curiously, both Sorokin and Skinner have similar GAAs in their playoff careers, but their save percentages tell a different story, with Sorokin holding a noticeable edge. This subtle difference can be monumental in the tight-checking, low-scoring affairs of the postseason. However, Skinner has started the current season with a remarkable bounce-back. In 2 games, he has 1 win, a stellar 1.44 GAA, a phenomenal .942 SV%, and 1 shutout. This early-season surge presents the Oilers with a fascinating strategic choice. Do they ride Skinner's hot hand, hoping he can maintain this elite level of play throughout the season and into the playoffs? Or do they leverage his early success, selling high on his perceived value, to acquire a proven high-end goaltender like Sorokin, whose perceived value is currently at its lowest? It's a classic risk-reward scenario, a moment of truth for the Oilers front office. The proposed blockbuster, a win-win scenario? The trade proposal from Heavy.com is designed to address the needs of both teams, offering a compelling solution to their respective challenges. Oilers acquire Ilya Sorokin, $8.25 million AAV. Islanders acquire Stuart Skinner, $2.6 million AAV. Brett Kulak, $2.75 million AAV. Adam Enrique, $3 million AAV. Let's break down why this deal could make sense for both sides. For the Edmonton Oilers, this trade is about acquiring that missing piece, that final undeniable upgrade in net. Sorokin, despite his early season struggles, has a proven track record as a Vezina-caliber goaltender. His 14 NHL playoff games, though limited, show promising numbers: 6 wins, a 2.83 GAA, and a .921 SV%. A goaltender of his caliber, with his ability to steal games and make crucial saves, could be the difference maker for an Oilers team that has come agonizingly close to the ultimate prize. Imagine Sorokin backstopping a team with McDavid and Draisaitl. The offensive firepower combined with elite goaltending could be an unstoppable force. Furthermore, the Oilers have made back-to-back trips to the Stanley Cup final. A goaltender like Sorokin, who has yet to win a cup, might look at the Oilers' situation and see a golden opportunity to backstop his way to a championship, potentially waiving his no-movement clause for a chance at glory. For the New York Islanders, this trade offers a chance to reset, to inject new blood into their roster, and to address their long-term needs. They would acquire Stuart Skinner, a younger goaltender with significant NHL experience and a promising start to the current season. While not a Vezina finalist, Skinner has shown flashes of brilliance and could thrive in a new environment with less immediate pressure. Brett Kulak, a 6'2", 192-pound left-handed defender, Kulak had a career year last season, recording 25 points in 82 games while averaging over 20 minutes of ice time per game. He's a reliable physical defenseman who punches above his weight, providing stability and depth on the blue line, something the Islanders always value. Adam Enrique, a 6', 195-pound forward, Enrique recorded 27 points in 81 games last season, averaging nearly 15 minutes of ice time. He's a versatile two-way forward who can contribute offensively and defensively, providing valuable depth and leadership. This package of players offers the Islanders a blend of youth, experience, and cap flexibility, allowing them to retool and build around a new core. It's a difficult decision to part with a player of Sorokin's talent, but if the internal belief is that he's broken or no longer fits their long-term vision, then acquiring 3 solid NHL players in return could be a shrewd move. However, there's a significant elephant in the room: Ilya Sorokin's no-movement clause. This clause specifies that he cannot be waived, sent to the minors, or traded without his explicit approval. Many pundits reason that Sorokin, despite his current struggles, would be unwilling to waive this clause to facilitate a trade away from the Islanders, a team he has called home for years. This is where the emotional aspect of the game truly comes into play. Would Sorokin, a proud and competitive athlete, be willing to leave a team where he was once the undisputed starter, even if it means a fresh start and a potential path to a championship? The allure of playing for a perennial contender like the Oilers alongside generational talents and with a clear path to the Stanley Cup could be a powerful motivator. It's a personal decision, one that could ultimately dictate the fate of this entire trade proposal. This isn't just another trade rumor, it's a potential turning point for two franchises. For the Edmonton Oilers, acquiring Ilya Sorokin could be the final decisive move that propels them over the hump and into the winner's circle. It's a bold statement, a declaration that they are leaving no stone unturned in their quest for the Stanley Cup. For the New York Islanders, it's a chance to acknowledge a difficult reality, to move on from a struggling star, and to re-energize their roster with new talent and a renewed sense of purpose. The early season struggles of Ilya Sorokin have opened a fascinating window of opportunity, a moment where perceived value and actual talent are at odds. Will the Oilers seize this moment, making a daring move that could define their season? Or will Sorokin weather the storm, proving his critics wrong and reaffirming his status as an elite NHL goaltender? What are your thoughts on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you believe Sorokin would waive his no-movement clause for a chance at a Stanley Cup with the Oilers? And which team do you think would ultimately benefit most from this high-stakes gamble? Share your insights, predictions, and any other trade ideas you have in the comments below. We love hearing from our passionate hockey community. If you found this analysis as thrilling as a sudden death over time, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive reports, in-depth analysis, and all the latest news from around the NHL.